So greetings from Portland, Oregon. I am here in the Beverly Cleary Sculpture Garden in Portland, as you can see. I'm with Ramona, and I'm here with Henry as well, and I'm here with Ribsy.
I think it only fitting that my first piece from Portland should actually be about the Central Library that you can find in the downtown area. For example, it has a marvelous children's library, the Beverly Cleary Children's Library. Here you can see her lording it above us all. And of course, when you walk into the room, the first thing you see is this magnificent tree sculpture. The funny thing about this sculpture is that some of the images are from specific children's books, including The Little Engine That Could, 4 and 20 Blackbirds, and The Wizard of Oz. It was created by sculptor Dana Lynn Lewis, and it is the first thing that kids really see when they walk into the library. They are encouraged to touch it, but not to climb it. Now, when you walk into the room, there are other things to look at as well. There's this beautiful Alice in Wonderland sort of facade here. And here is sort of a view looking around the room. You can see that the older stuff is on one end. Here are the computers, and then you have the reference desk, beautifully situated between the older and younger sections, with a picture book area off to the side, and younger children there. They have a new book section on which one side are these wonderful foreign language Harry Potter books, my favorite of which are the German. Here is the last Harry Potter book done, and it is German. I love his dreads and his tiny glasses. Now, when you look at the ends of the rows, and this is magnificent, you can look inside them, and there are little teeny tiny toys to look at right at child height. These are absolutely fascinating, and if you look real carefully, you can see my reflection as well. But inside, little kids are just going to adore this sort of stuff. There's all sorts of little toys, and this was my favorite, the spilled milk near the cows, who are hopefully not eating it. They have a large cassette tape area, which I think is fabulous because a lot of teachers don't have CD players. They have old-fashioned cassettes. And then they have an easy fact section, which is full of picture book nonfiction. And they have their own section for that. And here's Lighthouse. Biblical. That's interesting. And then this is wonderful. There are bags that you can check out on certain subjects. So if a teacher was doing a subject on animals, they could just pick up the animal bag and it would be full of books on that particular topic. I loved this idea. I thought it was brilliant. There's a new book section as per usual, and then here is the story theater that you can find. I did not want to interrupt the woman doing the story time at the moment. And then here's the picture book area. You can see how massive it is. These are all picture books, but it just extends around and around and around, and then in the middle are the bins. Now, I know we all hate bins because it gets so messy and unorganized, but look how well organized these are. This was right after a class came. This entire room, this is as messy as it got. I'm fascinated. At the end of the reference desk, you can see this is where they put the pencils. This is actually built into the reference desk. And the pencils are right in the center. But that even better than that, you can find information on the library, pamphlet-wise, right within there with the pencils. Very easy to find on your own. Catalog computers are on one side, and then the other side you can see sort of in the distance the headsets for all the internet computers for the kids. This is the new picture book section. You may see a couple things that you recognize. They love their Brian Floca, don't they? And this is where they have the holds. This is for librarians only. I loved how they did this with the names, and you can get your own holds at this particular branch. We got a glimpse into the rare book room upstairs as well, and they have a lovely display here of children's literature donations that they've gotten over the years. And yes, Adam Rex, you weren't the first one to come up with Edgar Allan Poe. Tasha Tudor beat you to it. Here are some of their older books under the shiniest glass imaginable. I'm desperately trying to keep out of the frame when I'm taking these. And then down the way, we got to see some wonderful things. This is a postcard that Allen Ginsberg sent to his good buddy. Let's back up here. Bill Burroughs. Yes, this was a postcard sent to William Burroughs from Allen Ginsberg, and you can't really quite make it out, but if you look in the margins there, what it is saying is, we also saw a Beatles concert. Beatles is underlined last night. Now this was a real treat. Inside here we can see this is the very first illustrated book by Beatrix Potter, and no, you will notice it is A, not by her, and B, not about Peter Rabbit. Now inside it is full of rabbits, a whole veritable plethora of rabbits. There are some of them right there, but there is a familiar face as well, Benjamin Bunny, looking quite svelte compared to his later, more plump occurrences. And then going a little deeper, you can see that past Benjamin Bunny you can find other bunnies as well, though not as dapper. After leaving the Rare Book Room, we had quite a lovely visit upstairs onto the roof, where you can see the first eco-roof of Oregon is featured on top of this library. It was completed in September 15th of this year, and it costs about $25 per square foot. The soil is about 4 inches deep, and there are 17,000 plants on there. And then, as you can see, it overlooks the city as well. Finally, the last thing in here was an exhibition of works by Brian Collier. And we took a lovely turn about the room just to see what we could see, and it was a lovely exhibit. I'll leave you with this view of the Pink reference area, and stay tuned tomorrow when I report on the Blogger Conference.